Okie doke. Game 2, he's going High Elves, Dark Elves, Tomb Kings. Now, I don't know when this video is coming out, but he is top 4 currently in the faction war on his Dark Elves. He's very good at them. Now, I have had a theory that I've watched him play a lot of Dark Elves, and he almost always takes roughly the same build. So if I can counter 4 Dark Rider Peter Crossbows for 4 Cold One Knights, I should be okay. Wood Elves is banned. If you didn't check it, video 1 of this best of 3, Wood Elves, Demons Cast, Dwarves, and Ogre Kingdoms are global banned through the series, which means neither of us can pick it because of just how the tournament works. I'm not really going to explain that much about it. Game 1, we played Skaven Vampire Coast. I'm up 1-0. Means I need another thing. The Dark Elves, huh? Toothgrass Hill is okay. Ah, fuck, there's a big hill. I don't really want to play Grand Cathay with a big-ass hill. But I might anyway. Grand Cathay ban. Yeah, I'll do Grand Cathay banned High Elves. He's probably going to go Dark Elves. I'm going to start prepping a Dark Elf build. Burning Winds Nomads. Okay, under the assumption he goes Dark Elves. Could do a Yin caster. Yin's fine. Storm of Shadows. And Ancestral Warriors. Those are honestly good ones. There's a reason everybody takes them, I suppose. Skip that. Skip that. Take Arcane Conduit? No, just take Jade Amulet. Yeah, nice and cheap. On foot, 1200 gold, 2 spells. It's solid. Now for the front line. I know Witch Elves are going to absolutely rock my socks. So why bother going with anything too elite, right? And now here's where we're going to get them. Archers. So many archers. So let's get heavy cav blockers. 4 peasant archers, the Grace of Kian, Celestial Dragon crossbows. Honestly, could get more Celestial Dragon crossbows, but for now, let's just max out on crossbows and see where that ends us. Because I also wanted a double layered front line of Jade Warriors and Peasant Long Spears to deal with Cold One Knights and shit. I can upgrade some Peasant Archers, because I have too many, I don't have enough unit slots for how much money I have, right? So I can upgrade some stuff. So let's grab 2 Celestial Dragon crossbows, one of which is Grace of Kian. And then downgrade 2 of you to just unshielded Jade Warrior crossbows, and that's fine. Okay, so 3 heavy cav, 8 archers, and then a front line. It's pretty simplistic stuff, but if he does the build, I'm suspecting he's probably gonna go Witch Elves, a couple Dark Rider Peter crossbows, and then 4 Cold One Knights, maybe some extra Dark Riders or something. He'll probably be expecting me to box, and this is not a box. This is more of a double layered front line with a shit ton of archers. So I think we can just shoot the piss out of him, and that should be enough. Because the skirmish cav will be useless versus 8 archers. So he'll have to prioritize killing 8 archers with cold ones, and the way I think I'm going to deploy my force, that should be quite difficult for him. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it's a terrible idea, but I know Dark Elves is strong right now. I know his Dark Elves is very strong. I want a cannon. But there's the hill. The map has, Toothgrass Hill has this big-ass hill on the left side, so if I take a cannon and he approaches over the hill like I suspect he will, most people do, the cannon has incredibly short range at that point. And then, Shades or Dark Shards or even his repeater crossbows will get in range of the cannon and shut it down. No waste of my time. Okay. Loading in. Loading in. I am nervous. Nervous this build won't work. I feel like I keep getting thrown off. Last try hard tournament we had, I lost 1-2 to Raced. I felt like I kept getting thrown off by like weird matchups I wasn't ready for. And then this one I'm getting the matchups I want, but not on the maps I want. Like Eschen was a weird map. Small, trees, etc. And then this one, medium-sized map, but it has trees on one side and a hill on the other. Which comes with the territory, I'm not complaining, but it is like, you know, when I was hyping myself up for this series, I'm like, all right, just don't fall for any bullshit. Like, don't take bad matchups and all this stuff. And then I'm like, all right, I was going to play Grand Cathay into his Dark Elves. I had an idea. Fuck, there's a hill. Okay. Scramble at the last second. Formation attacks says it gives you melee defense, but I think that's been debunked. I don't think it does anymore. So I'm going to disable formation attacks. They don't fuck me over. I have a lot of dudes, and he does not have a lot of dudes. Okay. So, grab front line of Peasant Spears. Secondary line of Jade Warriors. For a lot of dudes. And then we'll have Peasant Archers on the outsides of the formation, so they're the first ones to get hit by cavalry. And then we'll have Jade Warriors as the secondary line in the formation, so they're the next ones to get hit by cavalry. And then we'll have my Celestial Dragon crossbows in the very center, so it's the most of a nuisance to get the cavalry to them. And then we have Jade Lancers just scattered about. Okay. Caster Lord, we have Industrial Warriors and Storm of Shadows. You guys will have to find Coldwood Knights and stop them in place, or I guess maybe Dark Riders? Maybe. Okay, Grace of Kian gonna get my control spot too because of their special ability. I need to be able to quick select them. The rest of my archers can be in spot 3. And then my Jade Lancers, and then my various melee infantry. Hype! Should be good. I mean, this build could not work. It is theory crafted. This is literally the first time playing it, but it seems okay in theory. I could deploy my Peasant Long Spears further out, like, much more than that. I'm just thinking out loud, but like, I don't know. Then it becomes kind of a box formation, and the main problem with that versus Dark Elves is Witch Elves are so good at getting through front lines. With their rampage and whatever, that I kind of wanted a double layer front line so that they just take longer to get through and I have more time to shoot. So it's not, the spears aren't really about stopping cavalry, they're about just being bodies on the field for me. Is that Lokir on a motherfucking dragon? What the hell? Black Arc Corsairs, Bleak Swords, and a Firecaster. This shit's wild. Okay, I see something behind me on the mini-map, so I know there's some form of fuckery around, but whatever, we'll move up. Okay. This isn't what I was expecting, so let's just get engaged in melees here. And then we're gonna start shooting at his front line. I don't need that many Peasant Spears. So we'll shoot at his front line for a bit. Make sure my Jade Lancers are deployed okay. In come the Dark Riders. Dodge forward if you can. Oh boy, they're trying. Okay. Can't let myself get distracted by the big shiny Lokir. That is a bait, I say, as I send a whole bunch of archers over there, but no. My main point is that I need these archers to fire. Okay, whoa, if he's gonna land there. And these archers are just gonna reposition infinitely. Now we can shoot him, I guess. Jesus Christ. That was wild. You're wildin' for this one, Chief. As the archers are just gonna pin cushion his slow ass. Okay, we got some decent damage out. Now we'll turn. Start hitting some other stuff as my Celestial Warrior summon goes into the Coldwood Knights. You go deal with that. Bring some spears back here. I swear I've given these archers lots of orders to shoot those crows of Cain, and they refuse to, and it's pissing me off.
Order and balance.
Okay, so we're dueling the Firecaster. That's going well. The rest of the battle is going really shit, though. Lokir is not what I was expecting, and my ranged units are performing much worse than I expected. They're just kind of standing around with their dick in their hand, and that's really bad. Celestial Dragon Crossbows did kind of okay, but the Flamestorm was wild. Caught me off guard. How long do you have left in your summon? 2 seconds? No, 30 seconds. Okay, whatever. But we're rallying some archers slowly. There, we got rid of that. Jade Lancers, just run away. You're not going to win that fight. Brace of Key Inner back. Can shoot at Dark Riders who are routing. Peasant Long Spears can shoot at that. But yeah, this is GG. Damn. I think the build would have worked versus what I was actually expecting. He didn't take his classic Dark Rider Peter crossbows, so there was no counter skirmish. It was just full rush, but also, what the fuck? A Flamestorm caster that one-shot my Celestial Dragon crossbow ROR? That was kind of wild. I tried to dodge it. I know it was a little late on the dodge, but still, the Vortex sucked them in. They couldn't move at all. So that was an insta-kill on a huge unit for me, so that was hugely unfortunate. And then Lokir landed, took a bunch of damage, but again, I know what you're going to say. I do know. You're going to be like, haha, he said he wasn't going to shoot Lokir, then he did. Okay, Lokir landed in the middle of my formation, which is insane, but also my left-hand archers, I had 3 or 4 that couldn't shoot anything because his entire engagement was coming from the front or the right side. So they were out of range of anything else, so I was like, okay, you can shoot Lokir for some free value while I wait for cavalry to get in range for you, and the Crows of Cain to get in range. And then the right-hand side, I had go shoot Lokir because when I told them to shoot the Cold One Knights, they are archers. They fire up and over things, and yet 2 of them were just walking off into the middle of fucking nowhere for no reason. And I was like, okay, well, if you guys are just gonna walk to your death, then I guess turn around and shoot Lokir instead of walking to your death. But I don't know why you're not shooting the Cold One Knights. Because I said that several times when I was building my build, is the only way to kill the Cold One Knights was to hold them in place with Jade Lancers, and then shoot them with crossbows. And then I was like, oh, okay, Jade Lancers are holding them in place. Crossbows, shoot them. And the crossbows were like, nah, bitch. So I guess we just fucking lose because ranged units are jank sometimes. That's so frustrating. Whatever. It was a neat idea in theory, but relying on ranged units is apparently not the way to go in Warhammer 3 right now. Fuck. I'll continue petitioning CA to make them more reliable. Because there was also some where like the Crows of Cain dove, and I ordered Jade crossbows or Celestial Dragon crossbows or someone to turn and shoot them, but they took forever to do it, and then they just didn't do any damage. Cringe.
Subscribe, yes, yes.